Take it from the top. Hey everybody, talking with John. We're going to record this for promotion for you. We're talking for just a few minutes. I'm talking with Jonathan Acosta. Did I say that correctly?
That's correct.
Or Acosta?
Acosta.
Acosta. Okay, good. And molto bene. See?
Bueno,
No?
español.
Español, muy bien. ¿Dónde está la cuarta de baño? Una cerveza, por favor. Una margarita sin sal.
Yeah, you know your Spanish. Where's the bathroom?
Poquito. I know enough Spanish to be dangerous, but that's not the point. Tell me, start again about the deal you started last week, and in your own words, what happened?
Yeah, so you and I had a situation. Well, I had a situation, and you were the remedy. I had a deal under contract, and I couldn't figure out how to make it work because the numbers actually weren't making sense. And when I presented it to you, we realized that there's nothing sweet there for an investor to come in and wholesale it to.
What are our two favorite words in negotiation for a deal?
Price or terms. So.
Price or terms, baby. I don't care if you call it wholesale real estate, lease option, subject to. It's all the same stuff. Do we get leverage? And what did you do?
So we did some role playing. You sent me the recording. I watched it like a madman, like 100 times. To make sure
gosh, you poor man.
Yeah, I had to prepare myself. I think I tend to be a little too nice sometimes, and you gave me that the backbone I needed to really just. She picked up the phone. She goes, "Hello, hey John," and I said, "Hey, we have a problem." That's how
I love that. I love that because do you think you get somebody's attention when you say, "Excuse me, sir or ma'am, we have a problem"?
Oh yeah, like if I had started with, that would have been just a complete turnoff. Instead, I was like, "Listen, red alerts, something's up. This isn't going to happen unless we get terms." And so that's what I did.
And you were assertive, but I'm sure you were very polite. And you spoke to that person the way maybe you'd speak to your grandma or the way you'd like to be spoken to.
Correct. It was like a concerned friend.
Concerned friend, good. Like you were Dr. Acosta.
Right. Dr. Acosta said, this isn't going to work. And here's why, but here's the remedy. Here's what we can do. So bottom line, we went from 14,000 down, cash. I got her down to 1,000 down. And then $500 a month for like 5 years.
Oh my gosh! So how are we going to make? So we have a contract.
Yep.
And what's the next step? Now that you have a contract, what are you going to do?
At this point, I wholesale it off to another investor who's local. The reason I'm wholesaling this is because I wanted to buy and hold it, but it's too far away from where I live. So
okay. There's nothing wrong with making an upfront short-term profit. Compare it to working a regular job. How much you going to make on this deal on the assignment? Or
$2,500.
$2,500. How on your regular job? Tell everyone what you do for a regular living.
I do video production for a living.
Cool.
So it's great stuff. I tell creative stories, but even that, even like a 5-minute video will cost. I can only charge up to $2,500, $3,000.
And you have expenses.
Yeah, and I have plenty of expenses, mostly labor costs and creative brain mind work. It's exhausting. This was a different type of creativity. I loved it.
This is beautiful. So you're going to make $2,500. You're out of the deal. You have no further liability, no repairs, no rent collection. You're done. And you $2,500. That's a wedding or a gig for you plus, right?
Yep.
Okay. So literally, you got 1 week of income. Yeah. And the learning, to me, it's always about, I don't care. I always say, I think I said to you, I don't care how much you make. I don't care if it's $100, $1,000, or $100,000. The consistency of the learning experience. There's only so much, I love mentoring and teaching, but there's only so much I can teach where going out there, talking to people, negotiating, and putting these deals together, there's no substitute for that, is there?
Absolutely not. I'll tell you, I was terrified to even make that call, but it's just the gut system, man. I walked in, just backbone in, just boom, hey, we have a problem. And from there, I could tell I was in charge. It wasn't like, let me just fumble over my words to try to squeeze out a better deal. It was hey, this is what's up. And if we don't fix this, I got to walk. And, made all the difference.
Yeah, well, good for you. Proud of you. Nice going. You overcame fears, things like that. And if you think about it, I had those same fears, by the way. I'm no big shot. I dreaded selling. Truth be told, I always say I'm the former world's worst salesperson because to me, sales was talking to people, tripping over my own tongue, getting a lot of rejection and things like, and it's kind of an assault on your ego, how you feel about yourself as a person. It's embarrassing. And if we learn we learn the psychology of the whole selling process, and we learn how to speak to people because they're no different from us. But we practice, we learn it, and practice makes perfect, like in anything. And after a while, you become confident. When you have confidence on the phone, you become a little assertive, and you give direction, which people, I think, like sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seriously terrified. I'm bad at the phone to begin with, but when you have to talk numbers, I'm really scared of talking money. That's something, I don't know why. It's just like this. Any transaction, I always get nervous. I guess that's like a lot of people.
It is, because it's like riding the bike without the training wheels the first time. It's like, the first video production you did of the wedding, the bar mitzvah, the quinceanera. Is that right?
No, it's actually, it's good. It was a wedding.
I try. Whatever it is, the first one you did, how nervous were you? Second one, third one, fourth one, got a little more sophisticated, a little more confident, like driving the car the first time. Remember how mechanical it is while dad or mom is yelling at you or whatever?
In Spanish.
In Spanish, it's even worse. It's louder, right?
Oh, yeah.
My parents yelled at me in German. But good for you. The big thing in here is you did it. You went back. You negotiated. And bravo to you, man. $2,500 is a fortune. You think yesterday you didn't have $2,500. Today you do. That's magnificent. Good, nice going.
Thank you, Claude.
Thank you.